We live with outrageous confidence, not in ourselves, but in the power of the living God who has made us his own. Therefore, because we first go to the context and then we go to what God has done to the gospel in our life, now coming back to the obstacles in your life, they may appear overwhelming, but God commands you. He doesn't suggest it. He commands you to trust in him and keep going. Why? Because he's with you. God's call is a call to action. Not just passively sitting around waiting for things to happen or change, but active engagement to keep going in the world. Friends, that means that you and I are called to arise. In this coming year, in this season of your life, God has called you. Trust in him, arise, and keep going. Move forward, trusting his promises. Trusting his presence with you. These verses at the beginning of Joshua serve as a template for the rest of this entire book that we're going to be looking at in Joshua. As he says, arise and go, take the land, for I am with you. And now, lastly, he says, oh, and by the way, you'll have victory. God's people will triumph in the end. Why? Because God is with them. Not because of their military might, not because of their strength. We're going to read again in the days to come how many times God says to them, you have only to be still and watch as the Lord fights on your behalf. We'll watch as God stops sun and moon from rotating, and God throws down stones from heaven, and the hailstones killed more, that God threw down killed more than the children of Israel did in the battle, because God is fighting on their behalf. Joshua chapter 1, verse 3 gives God's assurance of victory.